It's already started. Right, thank you for coming. If we get too cold, I don't mind if you want to cut it short, bugger off, whatever, I don't mind. But if you do get cold and you give me a shout, we'll do something hitty, you know, something a bit more energetic. I am giving you permission, Claire, to do everything quicker than we normally do it, Claire. So things like scissors, we normally have to do them in Pilates timing. I'm absolutely giving you permission to go quicker, because look at it. So, anybody got any questions? Does everybody feel okay? We've still got a few people arriving, but they'll have to join in after. First of all, we've got to get the posture right. So we'll always do that. Feet together. Turn your toes out at 10 to 2. Lift your heels behind. And if you look at me, my hips and knees and feet are all in alignment, which is what Mother Nature intended. And when you've got your trainers on your mat, your feet aren't going to slide out like they normally do, or normally could. So that's a good thing. Now we need to lengthen the neck. And now we need to take the shoulders down and back. Neutral spine is probably the most important. Stick your bum out. I need to talk about pelvic tilt. This is actually a pelvic tilt, and so is this. So I'm going to make it easy for you by saying this is a pelvic tilt and this is a stick your bum out. Pelvic tilt, stick your bum out. Make it as big as you can. My head and shoulders aren't moving, so I'm not bending or bowing forward. All that's moving is my hips. So I have quite a mobile spine because I do this all the time. So therefore I'm lucky I've got this much movement. Lots of people have got much more than me. But some people might only have this much. If you've got an injury or you've hurt your back, you might not have much movement. So this is what you need to do to practice to get more movement. Because your spine is built like this, and it's got muscles and ligaments holding it together, and bigger ones, muscles. So you've got to keep those loose and strong and long. And it's lack of mobility that makes them shrink, and when they shrink then you can't move because they're all held too close together. Okay, so now make that smaller and smaller and smaller till you're just rocking and then stop in the middle, and that's your neutral spine. You should have a little curve here, bit of a lump here, bit of a curve here. That's normal. That's how Mother Nature intended us. Now we want to practice out. Now just keep breathing. I'm not even going to talk about breathing. Pelvic floor is important. It's inside. Think of it as a lift. So close the lift doors and lift that lift to the top floor. And lower it all the way down. That's really vital. Lift it up again and lower it down. Now I want you to cough, and as you cough, concentrate what happens to your pelvic floor. Most people it will go down. I want you to cough and bring it up. And that's men as well. You have pelvic floors. Cough and lift it up. And again, cough and lift it up. Now we want to engage the core. So let's just cough and bring the core in. So you go from fat belly, relaxed, to... How's that? And I'm not even on camera. Okay, good. Right, now I want you to cough and bring your pelvic floor up and engage your core at the same time. And that's how you've got to stay for the whole class. Right, we're going to move now. So let's start with the neck. We're just going to make circles with the nose. A bit quicker than we normally do. But only a bit. And change direction. Oh my word. And then the shoulders. A bit quicker than we normally would, but you still always do everything small first. Small range of movement it's called. And then you can go as big as you like, as long as there's no pain. And change direction. Small first. Why you? And as big as you can. Now bring the whole arm in. Small range of movement first. And then as big as you can. Relax. And go as quickly as you like now, but no pain again. We never ever go into pain. This should warm your fingers up. And the other way slowly first. Small range of movement, bigger, bigger, bigger. And now speed it up a little bit. Lovely. And now we go out to the side. Now, think where your shoulders are. Have a little peep. So we want to keep everything level with the shoulders. That's it. Brilliant. A big pull and then a pull. Short pull and a long pull. This is the best one if you've got a tight chest. Not as in ill tight chest, as in tight muscles. And some diagonals as well now. Super. Oh, here they come. See, this time next week we'll be able to go to the pub. I will go to the pub. Okay. Yeah. So it'll be hot water first. And now just twirl the hips. Again, if you've got a stiff back, if you've got back injury, you've got to try and keep moving so you don't lose all the muscles and they atrophy. You've got to keep moving. So if you've got bad back, all you can do is this. Your physio's told you. He's got trousers on. And the other way. Hello. Oh no! Did anybody use what 3 words? Did it work? It's brilliant. And now I want you to make this as big as you like, and you can go a little bit quicker only if you've got no back issues. If you've got any back issues, just don't. Are you all feeling okay, or have you got anything I need to know about injuries or? Good. Change direction. So I did explain earlier, we're not doing everything on the Pilates breath. We might just go a little bit quicker, just so we keep warm. Right, we're going to do some leg swings. So this is your first balance. Remember, this helps with your balance. This is a bit harder, and this is a lot harder. Okay, so perhaps start here. Make sure you've got your balance before you even try and move. We want to keep the standing legs straight, but not locked, because I have a tendency, I'm a bit double jointed, I have a tendency to overlock my legs, so I have to keep mine slightly bent, which is very different. What I don't want is this, because you're missing the point. If you're doing this gentle leg swing, you're getting a nice gentle stretch down the back of the leg. If you're doing this, you're not getting a stretch, so you're losing that benefit. And now we're going to go side to side, which is really hard to balance, so I'm going with my arms out here. And if your hands are cold, do this. Flick your fingers and change sides. Yeah, it's a bit of an issue. Do you want to borrow my, oh, you've got back. So it's the, borrow that if you want. Sorry, and now side to side. Oh, I'm warm now. Brilliant. And now we're just going to press the knees, hands on your thighs. Okay, now put your knees together and do this, because you'll see why in a minute. This is loosening up the calf muscles, the Achilles tendon at the back of the heel. Now we're going to ski. Imagine you're skiing. No, don't do that. I wish I was skiing. 3 years ago now, I think I might have been. Not that one. That was a different year. Brilliant. Up onto your toes, lift your toes. Up onto your toes, lift. Can everybody hear me? Brilliant. Right, we're going to do slow marching, and this is for balance. So have your arms out here for balance if you want, but this is what this is easy, isn't it? So this is a balance. So we're lifting and lifting. So again, not bending the standing leg. So make sure you've still got that core engaged. I've been doing an ab workout once a day for about a week, and what a difference. And it takes 8 minutes. Huh? Well, we could do it. We're doing similar. Because I was specifically asked for an abs workout by Georgia, and you can't come. Right, how's that? We're going to make it a bit more difficult if you want to, by obviously taking your arms up here. That makes it more difficult. But also, to make the balance last longer, we're going to go up, straighten the leg, bring it in and down. So, if this goes into cramp, do this quickly, and this. Because it might. Your balance is brilliant. So let's try flexing the foot. This is a pointed foot. This is a flexed foot. If you flex the foot, you're getting a better stretch, that's all. Okay, now we're going to do skater. We'll do it slowly first. Skater is a side step, bring it behind. Side step, bring it behind. So we've done front to back, now we're doing side to side. And you go as wide as you can, again without any pain. The grass isn't wet, so you shouldn't be slipping. Now some of you might want to go a bit faster and a bit further. It's up to you. Keeping us warm anyway. Again, if your fingers are cold, clench and flick. Keeping the core engaged. Oh yeah, I just realised my shoulders have gone a bit like that. Shoulders down and back. Stop when you need to. We're all different. Some have exercised throughout lockdown. Most people haven't. Brilliant, well done. This is what will stretch the front of the legs. Look at the view. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing but kick our bum. Slowly, slowly. This is just to work the fronts, stretch the fronts. I didn't put more options. Right, if you want to go a bit faster you can, but I don't like that. Oh, it hurts my hips, so I'm not doing that. Alright, we're going to do that. Right, the last one in this series, which is slow, is the curtsy. We did it on last week. So it's a side step and a dip, but not a turn. Stay facing the front, knees to the floor-ish, and across. Rest when you need to, by the way. Perfect suit. If you want to upgrade it or progress it to improve your balance, you can do this across, down, this, across, down. I need the camera on you, like, brilliant. This is using so many muscles. They're hurting, Dave, so don't do it. Do squats, which means keeping your knees and toes in alignment rather than making them go off to the side. Don't go any further. Just do this. This is working them. Here, it's working your thighs, which is all we're after. Okie dokie. Right, if you want a drink, if some of you got hot drinks, have a quick slurp even. We're going on to HIIT. So, you know, I just said about the HIIT workout that I did for my abs, and it's about 8 minutes. It's because I'm doing this HIIT timing, but I do make it up as I go along, whereas I'm not making it up as I go along today. Right, we are doing 30 seconds work, 10 seconds rest. Oh, 67 intervals, that's interesting. Bring your sleeping bag. Okay, I can't change that now. So, rest when you need to, because it's hard, especially if you haven't done anything for months. So, I've got the timer. I'll turn it round so you can see it. I know how many we're doing because I've got it written down there, so we won't overdo it. Right, prepare and pause. Hang on, pause. That's it. Right. We're doing lots of different abs exercises, and while we're doing the rest, I'll tell you what the next one is, and I'll give you instructions as we go. But I could show you quickly. We're doing one that we've not, similar to what we've done before actually. Let's call it a U-bend. You're lying down. Remember I said about pelvic tilt? That's the pelvic tilt, but we're also not lifting the head and shoulders, but curling them. So I'm taking my ribs down to my hips. That's a U-bend. Looks so easy. If you do that for 30 seconds, you'll know about it. Then we do side plank, which we all know is different side planks. You could be here, this is side plank, and this is side plank. And we're doing ankle taps, which is we're doing one side first, and it's not about swinging, control, control, control. And then we're doing scissors. Scissors is here, not a knee movement, a hip movement, okay, or here. And like I say, you can do that quickly. Then we're doing 4-point kneeling elbow. If you can do just knee to nose, or you can do elbow and out. It's up to you, those choices. And that's it. And then we're going to do that twice. Okay? If you want to watch the clock, it's gruesome, you can do that. So it's abdominal crunches first. U-bends, 1. So your back stays on the floor, and you're just trying to do that concertina thing. So I shouldn't see anything. It's just that movement. Okay, and rest. Next one is side plank. So go along your mat. You do your side plank. Start with the knee on the floor if you want to. This is side plank. Take the knee off the floor if you want to. You could go halfway house and have your foot off the floor like that. It's up to you totally. Everybody's different. That's it. So my elbow hurts, so I always do side plank on my hand. Some of you want to do side plank on your elbow. And rest. And then the other side, of course. Okay, so I'm doing my side plank here. I saw saw that, Simon Burgess. Try and stick your bum in. Some bums are stuck out. That's it. And rest. Next one is scissors. So I do my scissors like this, but scissors is here as long as your back is stuck to the floor. If your back's lifting off the floor, it just means your abs aren't quite strong enough yet to lift all those legs, because let's be honest, the legs are the heavy bit of the body, aren't they? So if you flex your foot, you're getting that nice stretch all down the back of the leg. Brilliant. Ankle taps is the next one. So we've got our knees up to the ceiling, feet together, knees together. And tap, tap, tap. So these are using those nice side muscles. Lovely, no momentum. It's all about working it from the core. So it's pulling it and pushing it rather than swinging. We don't do swingers here. We have got a little bit of a sunset going on. Not much, but a bit. And relax. And if you need to, full body stretch. And same the other side, ankle taps. Still got your core held tight. Brilliant, well done. Full body stretch if you need it. And the next one is knee to elbow in box. So same side, same side, same side all the time. So it could be just the knee, or you can bring the elbow in, but keep the abs tight. Lovely. Really squeezing that knee into the elbow. Brilliant. And if you want to go into child pose, we do the same on the other side now. Or I've just done that one. So this is also a bit of a balance as well, isn't it? Core tight, abs, core, whatever you want to call them. Brilliant. You now have a rest. Have a hot drink if you want to. Take a layer off if you need to. Unlikely, but I do feel a bit warm. Yeah, hat off. Have a stretch, drink, whatever. In fact, a really good stretch is Cobra, which is here. So this is Cobra here. Just to stretch all those stomach muscles out. Push the hips into the floor, lift the shoulders, but don't have them around the ears. Keep your neck lengthened. And a lot of these, if you can think about it, a soft peach. If you imagine you had a soft peach here, and you were trying to hold it, but not squash it. So you're not going like that, but you're not here. A lot of people do this and they get bad neck. The only reason you get bad neck is because the neck muscles aren't that strong and you're holding them for a long, long time. So, are we ready to go again? Are we? Are we? Yeah? Oh yeah, she said. Oh yeah. Right, when it gets to naught, going from the top, which is, do you get that? because you can't really see it. It's that abdominal U, I call it a U bend. If you don't get it, tell me and I'll come and help you. Right, here we go. So you've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off you go. So your head and shoulders are actually staying on the floor. It's actually a movement on the stomach. So when we were doing our very first classes, we talked about imprinting the spine, and this is like imprinting the spine. And it needs a bit of help counting down. So 3, 2, 1, stop. And then we have side plank. Now if you want to make your side plank a bit more difficult this time, I'm in side plank here. You could be on your elbow here, but my elbow doesn't like it. And I'm now going to stay upright without my bum sticking out. But you don't have to, I'm just suggesting it because I don't want you to go away thinking, oh, that was too easy. Because some of you obviously have been coming for a long, long time. Brilliant. Superb. That's brilliant, well done. Same the other side. I'm actually going to turn my mat round, I need it more this way. Looking brilliant. Try and keep your bum in. Some bums are stuck, that's it, some bums are stuck out a little bit. Fantastic. Brilliant. Well done. Do this. This and this and this. Ankle taps are next. Okay. Same side. One side only. Imagine that peach underneath your chin. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And of course, if you've got your feet as close to your bum as you can get them, that's kind of like a bit easier. If you want to move your feet slightly further away, that makes it all a bit harder. Brilliant. Well done. Full body stretch if you need it. Ready for the other side. Core engaged, meaning you're squeezing your belly button into your spine. If you need to, just do that little cough to bring it in. Pelvic floor is lifted. You could be flicking your fingers if they're getting cold. Brilliant, quick full body stretch. And then we're on to 4-point kneeling and elbow. Did we miss scissors? Okay, scissors. Scissors while you're on your back. Sorry, thank you. You know I can't remember diddly squat. You can go as quick as you want, as slow as you want. Keep the foot flexed. Steve, you could probably go here. Like this, up here. No, upper body up. Yeah, I'm sure you can. I'm just upgrading it for you. Make it a bit harder. Brilliant. Now we can do what I just said. Same side, all one side. So if anybody here is the mathematician, 30 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, times 8, what's that then? Not long, is it? That's the point.
120 seconds.
Well, that's not helping me. The point is, it doesn't take very long, and you don't need to put your gym kit on. Bit of a child pose, just to stretch. And then same the other side. And this one isn't just working your core, the squeezing the knee in is working the core massively, but to take it all back out again is using your back. Because at the end of the day, we don't want a tight core that's so tight that your back's stretched and you're out of balance. You have to have the front and the back of the body balanced to look good and feel good. And you have to have both sides right to look good and feel good. Brilliant. We've done the other side. See, if I was on my phone, it would tell me we'd finished. Brilliant. So that was that. What? It was 320 seconds.
Yeah, just over 5.
Okay. No, it's more. Whatever. It's not long, is it? There's absolutely no reason why you couldn't knock that out twice a day if you wanted to. Right, full body stretch. Full body stretch. Which is on the floor, have a rest. Okay. So the next one's in a seated pose, and if you've got tight hamstrings, you can do whatever you like with your legs, but I actually prefer being here. And you can only go here if you're leaning back. So I talked about pelvic tilt, didn't I? If you're doing a pelvic tilt, it's because your hamstrings are too tight and they're pulling that together. Whereas if you can sit upright, you're getting a stretch in the hamstring. So I do sort of say, I got blocks, haven't I? And I give you blocks, but I can't bring them, we can't share equipment. So I've got to rely on you. If you're leaning back or pelvic tilting, these will have to come in and help you a lot. So they might hurt, but we will stretch them out, but rest if you need to. So we're doing spine twists. So we're doing a baby one first, hands in a prayer position, fingertips on your chin, thumb on your chest, neck lengthen, shoulders down and back. Simply turn to one side on the exhale, but without leaning into it. So we're not trying to move over, we are literally spinning on an axis and back and off to the other side. And back. Have another go at that. The reason we're practicing this is because we need this chin always above the chest. And if you can do that, try now having your hands out at shoulder height and doing the same thing, not losing this. And back and off to the other side. Keeping your shoulders down and back. Brilliant. Now, I know some of us really like this exercise, so what I do is I set the timer for a minute. But if you want to, and you're not used to this exercise, carry on doing that you were just doing. So it's one side and then the other side. And if you find it a bit easy, you could pulse, pulse, pulse and back. But I know some of us like this exercise, so I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute. And I'm going to stay pulsing at this side for 1 minute. So imagine that in this wind you've got a £50 note under each bum. You can't lift one at all, else your £50 note will whiz away. So are we ready if you want to join in with it?